Okay, and welcome back to our Beal variety trials, spring barley variety trials. Over 2 weeks since we were last here, and since then, I'll firstly talk about the weather. Since then, we've had a very welcome 21 millimetres of rain, and the crops were starting to suffer. You've maybe seen from some of the cut arounds there that some of the crops were really needing that rain. It's just this last week that we've had that, so it's now into the roots. There's some good soil moisture there, you can see that there, so hopefully we'll start to see the crops moving on the back of that. What have I done to it since the last time I was here? Earlier this week, when the wind allowed us to spray, we've actually ended up having to put a bit of herbicide in. We've got a bit of groundsel and we've got some cleavers there as well, just weeds that I don't really want to see in amongst here, so we've had to take them out. We did, when we're doing that, we'll put a little bit of biostimulant in as well, just to try and give the crop a bit of boost. So I'm now moving on to the stage where we're going into what we call stem extension stage, where I'm looking for any diseases that are kicking around in there. Now I am picking up, and we're picking this up quite a bit in barley at the minute, in spring barley. There's a little bit of rincosporium coming in there, quite a yield robbing disease. Not usually a big problem in springs, but we have started to see it in the winters quite a lot, and that's transferring to the springs. The other thing as well is, specific to GP, we've got a bit of mildew kicking around on there. That's really just in GP. So next move for this field is I will be looking towards putting a fungicide onto it. Checking my growth stages. I can see there I've got two, three tillers on it. Really good growth stage great growth stage of that. And I'm really just looking to see where the stem extension's going. So I'm looking there, I've got the ear just starting to form and it's just starting to move away there. So this next week I'll probably put a fungicide on to take care of that rincosporium, hopefully protect on the mildew side of it in the GP and the mildew susceptible varieties. I'll also put a little bit of growth regulator into it, I think, just to try and sort of hold that main stem back, get some tillers into it and even it all up. The other thing as well, which I've noticed across the field, is there's one or two sort of paler areas as well where we're seeing quite a bit of sort of manganese deficiency. So although the seed's been treated with manganese, we're now starting to move into that rapid growth, so I'll put a bit more manganese at it as well. You're seeing growth habits between all the varieties now. You're seeing some of them that are very upright, some of them are sort of across the ground. We're noticing that and we're monitoring it. The ladies are down today monitoring what's going on with the growth habits of the barley, and we'll try and sort of put that into our summary when we do the trials at the end of the year. So come back in a couple of weeks' time, and where we'll be at then is we'll hopefully be well into stem extension. We'll start and see this crop, the poor areas will have picked up that rain, and we'll be really starting to move on. So hopefully in a couple of weeks' time we'll be back and see how we're progressing then.